Yes. G'day viewers, welcome to Wangafat Wednesday, which stands for What Am I Not Giving a Fuck About Today? Today, I'm not giving a fuck about the whole drama with PewDiePie. People ask me, oh, could you say what you think about what happened to PewDiePie getting dropped by his agency for anti-Semitic videos? And no, because I don't watch him. So as for, is PewDiePie anti-Semitic, racist? Well, you know, the honest answer is don't know, don't care. Because to have an informed opinion, this isn't a case of watching one of his videos. I would have to watch a whole bunch. And that just isn't something I want to do. This is not hating on PewDiePie, by the way. I did, for a while, entertain the possibility of just doing a complete hatch job on him, just to wind up the fanboys, because that would have been fun. But I decided to be honest and say, look, I don't watch him. How could I have an informed opinion? I've looked at some of the analysis and, you know, it's very hard to really nail it down without being really immersed in it. And I'm not. So I'm not going to lie and say I know what's happening, because I don't. But I tell you what, I'll make a couple of pertinent observations. One is, when you are just a digital sharecropper, you might be the richest digital sharecropper in the world, but when you rely on someone else to provide advertising revenue for you, when you say stuff, that can affect whether or not people want to advertise with you, want to be associated with you, want to support you. That is life. That in and of itself is not free speech. That is capitalism. So, yeah, when you rely on someone else for your YouTube millions, when you say stuff that's contentious, you might actually pay a price for it, see? And I have the wonderful benefit of, you know, not making my living off YouTube. I'm self-employed elsewhere, and so what I do on YouTube isn't going to affect my YouTube revenue, because it's really hard to affect, you know, the square root of fuck all. So that's why I say outrageous things and behave in outrageous ways and tell people to fuck off quite regularly, because YouTube's like my creative outlet and fun. And that's also why I don't let myself get dragged down into drama, because for me that would reduce the fun level. Yes, I could get a lot more attention by actively courting this whole drama bullshit, but I would not enjoy myself, and I also don't want to be defined by the sort of dickheads who do this stuff. So yeah, as for YouTube getting dropped by Maker Studios, and then much more significantly having his YouTube Red series dropped by YouTube and dropping him out of the top level of their advertisers, for the people who think it's not going to hurt him, they've gone, oh, so what, Maker dropped him, everyone will be all over him. That may well end up being the case, but what YouTube did will literally cost him millions. Now, you know, he makes $10 or $20 million a year, but hell, that's got to hurt. Now, the second point I want to make is about the anti-Semitic jokes using Nazi imagery ironically. Again, I don't know enough about him to know where his heart and mind is. But in the broader internet, you see an enormous amount of these people who troll, whether they actually say they're on the alt-right, or whether they're actually white supremacists or anti-Semites, but they say they're just using that imagery and language, you know, for lulz, just, you know, to wind people up because they love getting a reaction. That is a very dangerous path to walk down. There are a whole bunch of psychological studies that show if you get into something that you don't believe at the start, but stay in it, you will almost definitely end up believing the core tenets. A simple version is someone who goes to a church because they marry a religious person or because a family member is religious. Now, this person's not religious themselves. They're just going along because the other person wants them to. They go to church every Sunday. They say the prayers. They sing the hymns. There's been a lot of psychological studies that shows that person will almost definitely end up becoming a devout believer just through repetition. Because that's the human brain. The human brain works like this. This has been shown again and again. Everyone, including me, thinks, I'm not that easy to manipulate. I am an independent, strong-minded, independent thinker. I have been fucked over so many times by people and situations that manipulated me. And here's the danger. More intelligent people can get done in because they think they're too intelligent to be done in. So when they start getting sucked down, they just convince themselves they're not being sucked down. I really want to do this. This person, this system, this society is not manipulating me because I'm too strong to be manipulated. I really want to do this. And tying this all in to the anti-Semitic jokes, the racist jokes, the sexist jokes, the homophobic jokes, that the people say, I don't really mean them, I'm just doing it to get a reaction. The really big danger here is you start doing this, I'm being ironic and I'm playing up the fact that these people are too easily offended. And what happens, you will offend those people. They'll say awful things about you and you won't like that. But there will be this other group who will tell you you're doing the right thing. You're cool. You're special. Those people can be the actual hardcore white supremacist, Nazis, psychopathic misogynists, whatever they may be. And when you get into this feedback cycle of one group telling you you're terrible and this other group saying you're awesome, you're doing the right thing, and you start to actually get a charge, a little adrenaline kick from the people getting upset at what you do, you get into this cycle. It's a very big danger that you've stopped doing it ironically and you are doing it because you are now convinced this group over here are wrong and this group over here are right. And it can be very hard to get out of this trap. And if that sounds all heavy and dark, I'll sum it up in a puerile way that I enjoy doing. It's like if someone called PewDiePie a goat fucker. Like, it's just like, oh, he's obnoxious, he might as well be out fucking goats. And he's going, you know what? They're calling me that, I'll show them. I'll make an ironic video where I ironically fuck a goat. And then he got dropped by YouTube and Maker Studios because they don't want to represent and support a goat fucker. And he goes, what do you people not get that I was being ironic when I fucked the goat? Dude, you were still fucking a goat.